Okay, it's your buddy Mike Messier. I'm leaving the subscribe to Mike Messier YouTube channel, by the way. See, there's a hat that says it, so now you have to do it. Leaving Double or Nothing, May 30th. Happy Memorial Day, as of now, or whatever. I'm not sure if it's the day is Sunday or Monday, but people had a good time here. The crowd left happy. The baby faces won. The inner circle. Spoiler. I don't quite get when people get all hot and bothered about spoilers. If you really wanted to know the results, you would watch this thing as it happened, wouldn't you? I'm going to step aside because there's people coming. But overall, a good time. I think I dare say, although I'm judgmental because I was here or whatever, but perhaps the best bell-to-bell pay-per-view in the history of AEW, perhaps. I'm not sure what you can compare it to. The Full Gear one with Jericho and Cody and Moxley and Omega was a little spotty at times. And the shows where they haven't had a crowd, I think it just loses some energy, some points from lack of crowd. But I think this might be the top choice for best AEW pay-per-view. Wasn't really a bad match on the show. From my memory, if you had to say which match was maybe the least consequential, might have been the Miro title defense against the other guy. But I think that the crowd, at least the crowd here, was pretty damn happy. You know, people have been able to come here for months, just in limited amounts. But I've been here. Chris Jericho did a post-match speech, and he even pointed out that some weeks there's bigger crowds than others. For Dynamite, this was a pretty big crowd. I mean, Jericho said it was a sellout. I saw some empty seats, but maybe those seats were empty on purpose for, who knows, spacing or cameras. There was practically a whole row behind me, about 9 or 10 seats open right behind me. So I think it's hard to say, but I would say that there was at least 5,000 and 10% or less of seats that were empty. And like I said, with some of the ways they've been selling tickets to this place, they could call it a sellout, I guess. I don't know, it's just hard to say. But in other words, it might have been a sellout, but there were some empty seats, if that makes any sense. As far as the ring in action, I kind of, not just me, but pretty much everybody was expecting that finally Dr. Britt Baker would win her women's title, which she did properly. No offense to Hikaru Shida. She was a fine champion, but, it's time for Dr. Britt to take it home. Some people are very impressed with what they saw. Eddie Kingston just got mentioned by a fan. Eddie Kingston and Moxley, really a great tag team match. I think it was the second match on the show. Third, if you count the pre-show Serena Deeb. I believe that was the title defense against Riho. That was a nice match. A lot of fans were still trying to get their asses in their seats for that opening match. It was a little distracting. I tried to take some video. I did, but it's like people didn't know where to fucking sit, or they got confused by the numbers. It is what it is. So now I'm looking to get out of this parking lot. It might be a little more difficult than one would hope, but that's okay. Part of the fun. I was tempted to leave early during the Stadium Stampede match, leave right before it started. But, I figured I was here, enjoy the full experience, and I kind of had a feeling that they would do some, Roddy Piper Goldust WrestleMania 12 type stuff. Pre-tape most of the match, and then have the conclusion at the end of the ring. It's funny, we talk about these, we as in wrestling fans, talk about these cinematic matches. The Goldust and Roddy Piper match never quite gets mentioned. I keep hearing footsteps behind me, but it's like some guy like 30 yards behind me. He's got like a fucking wallet chain or something annoying. It's just resonating. The audible of it's annoying me. So hopefully he's not gonna come say hi to me or something. I might just pull over. I just don't like noises like that. It's like some type of horror movie where there's like a clicking. Just people are annoying. I think that's probably the thing that I'll miss about COVID is just that I won't have all this privacy. Like I can't go to the goddamn wrestling matches and just not be away from all these fucking asshole people. I mean, God. It was really fun to have like a whole aisle to myself and just not have to sit next to people. And now the good times are over. So maybe somebody can go into a lab in Wuhan again and develop another pandemic so I can have more comfort at the wrestling matches. Just kidding, LOL, by the way. I'm not that demented. No, it was good to be amongst the people. The guys that were sitting next to me were kind of I'd say a Latino Samoan hybrid group of gentlemen, nice guys. And the guy sitting right next to me said he had never seen AEW before. But then somehow I mentioned the aforementioned Moxley Omega match. And he's like, oh yeah, I saw that. So who knows? So nice guys. I was trying to inform him a little bit of AEW culture and storylines without overwhelming him. But he had his friends with him too. Over fucking all, a good show. Was it a perfect show? No. But it was, I don't know, I can't really say any big flaws. It was just a goddamn wrestling show. So I had a good time. If you watched it, home viewing, or if you were here, or if you weren't, feel free to leave a comment. And that's it. Subscribe to the goddamn channel, Mike Messier.